the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Akwaba bion e de ba Nsem-Pii TV platform so. We breaking news abeka yensa sisi ya. Na breaking news abeka Nsem-Pii TV nsa ene se the Supreme Court of the land a lawsuit omo de abepem the National Democratic Congress ya lawsuit yi hwan na ekoma no ekoma de ma former President John Dramani Mahama. Enipa a wode lawsuit yu abetintam NDC ya awie yi, in fact omo ehunu ba bi a omo mfa omo kaka nkobo Kenneth Kwabena Ejei Kuranchi. Kenneth Kwabena Ejei Kuranchi or your lawyer, one say the editor-in-chief demand the Daily Searchlight newspaper. Now pay or pay interpretation from the Supreme Court. Articles bebrebe lawsuit to nkata no ha ye de mu be wurawuram. The kinds of interpretation of pay ipe. 1. Or contested the eligibility of former President John Dramani Mahama to contest the 2024 elections was cited articles bebrebe ya was the Supreme Court in church in because or no as a lawyer said ye nentiasie esi efa ne said ye wasi ehunu nioma no and sasa former President John Dramani Mahama nya kwan contested the 2024 elections as the flag bearer of the NDC. We will go through those articles any adekodientia Kenneth Kwabena Ejei Kuranchi esiki for those interpretations. After some provisions in the Constitution with regards to ex-president. 2. Seeking parliamentary approval. 3. Re-election. 4. Office or profit of emolument. And 5. Flag bearership. Sanyo may nyina so no cite certain articles or stress the Supreme Court in church because it looks as if we said this is the first time Ghana encounter such adewe into no Supreme Court in church mu kakra into lawsuit in the Superior Court of Judicature in Supreme Court of Ghana. Now the plaintiff Kenneth Kwabena Ejei Kuranchi. Na enipa mako 9 na lawsuit was serve wo mo enti enya former President John Dramani Mahama nko enipa mako na hwan the first against the Attorney General ebe one de kodientia the first against the Attorney General, the second against former President John Agyekum Kufuor, yes, the third against former President John Dramani Mahama and the chatwo against the Speaker of Parliament Alban SK Backben, Parliament House. Nipa na yi nyina Kenneth Kuranchi si wo mo, but obia ne anyina so a wo gina so e de si wo mo e wo Supreme Court and the kind of interpretation with respect to various articles are all pay from the suit against these 4 personalities. Into the Attorney General, former President Kufuor, former President John Dramani Mahama, and after Alban SK Backben, the Speaker of Parliament. The other kind was a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 68, Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, say a former president of Ghana is a ward of Parliament. A former president of Ghana is a ward of Parliament. 2. A declaration that on a true and proper interpretation the same Article 68 Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution that a former president of Ghana requires parliamentary approval before he can occupy any office than an office of the state. A declaration that on a true and proper interpretation Article 68 Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, a former president of Ghana requires parliamentary approval before he can occupy any other office than an office of state. Sam yenu or the shasia say enei John Dramani Mahama ena ekomano or ye former president. And this yasa koyinu as a flag bearer, which is another office, enye office of state. Already no they can occupy office of state as the former president. Every emolument, any incentives, be a former president, any former president Mahama, NNDC asakwa electing as flag bearer enti ne or your former president or sign your flag bearer no so a different office of the NDC because he's the flag bearer of the NDC. Enti Supreme Court in church enu say any conflict of interest now according to article 68 clause 2 say parliament ma approval a former president and to me who do any other office into a young church because onim that say parliament through the speaker and ama former president John Dramani Mahama or ma grant no sa opportunity na nei or g and nyina as a former president ya was sign your flag bearer and also an office of the NDC into Supreme Court eman interpretation. And 3 was it a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation the same article 68 clause 2 of the 1992 constitution was say a former president of Ghana requires parliamentary approval before he can occupy any other office that provides a monument. And also was stated the same thing. So now former president John Dramani Mahama ya flag bearer or koto wa manone or the accounts are to ja ya ye tues kadutum or more lanchi yibima ya mobile money scan a ye tuano e dina e hyeso no e John Dramani Mahama. Enti onu hu ni say we mu nyina ye a form of a monument or enjoy because say ya elected no as the flag bearer of the NDC. Enti no so no Supreme Court in church because e hon so onim da parliament ema approval for the former president to enjoy this monument while he is still enjoying a monument as the former president. Enti no Supreme Court man interpretation and at the toho or say a declaration that on the true and proper interpretation of Article 68, Clause 4, Clause 5, Clause 6, Clause 7, Clause 8, and Clause 9, a former president of Ghana remains in the employ of the state and needs parliamentary approval to be employed by another agency. The same mrana na ni church mu different. So na waka say article 68 in clause 4 basic clause 9 say obi a former president e was so remain in the employ of the state. Then when person was free e ho no sa akwaji another positioner and just a parliament man approval. And to former president John Dramani Mahama or your former president say NDC akwayi no as flag bearer but ono cannot grant well who so akwaji any approval from parliament because they say we operated two different offices. The office of the former president and then the office of the flag bearer of the NDC. In the Supreme Court, and church Article 68, Clause 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, no so eka sasemi. The etosu was a declaration that on a true and proper construction of Article 62 of the 1992 Constitution, a former president of Ghana is not qualified, eligible to seek election as president of Ghana. And also here because the construction, the proper and true construction of Article 62 of the 1992 Constitution say a former president of Ghana is not qualified, eligible to seek election as president of Ghana. No, because former president John Dramani Mahama or your former president by your as flag bearer was a bejinabio into Supreme Court and church in more and Tiasiano Emuna ho fine. The atoso was an order directed at the fourth defendant. The fourth defendant, the Speaker of Parliament, to invoke and operationalize Article 68, Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution. Say, so one interpretation in a kosadia. And the nature say, what say Speaker of Parliament and so say. Now, the former President John Dramani Mahama, eba Parliament. Now, over invoke Article 68 to na say, I just say Parliament na man approval no. Sadie no so enye juma ewo ho. And at the atoso was an order directed at the third defendant, that is former President John Dramani Mahama, to fully disclose to Parliament the terms of his engagement as a flag bearer of a political party. And he also say, said the constitution no ntia asefan. Former President John Dramani Mahama, Emra Ghana Mrashe Bedwam, na o mechire mu. Sa former president entumi occupy another office as say oya flag bearer no. O mechire mu fan kire Ghana Mrashe Bedwa. with respect to said ono no ntiasi esiti afei ebiem an order directed at second and third defendant, that is former President Kufuor and former President John Dramani Mahama, to compel them to make available to Parliament all engagement not to do with matters of the state. And you know, court on Sanche, now former President Kufuor and former President John Dramani Mahama, Emra Ghana Mrashe Bejum, na ejuma bia omo ya emfa sa omo matters of the state ye ne omo ya former president ejuma bia omo ya emfa sa ejuma no ho no omo bra no ma chechirim ema parliament na emu na ho fine ebien o say an order directed at third defendant, that is former President John Dramani Mahama, to seek parliamentary approval for his engagement as a flag bearer of a political party, or in the alternative, an order directed at third defendant to desist from his presidential ambitions. And that was an order of orders that the Honorable Court may deem fit to grant. The capacity in which the plaintiff is bringing the action is as follows. A citizen of Ghana, the address for service of the plaintiff is bringing the action is as follows. And an address or the essay honomo. And afi eto no so no wasan to Attorney General, former President John Ajikun Kufuor, former President John Dramani Mahama, and afi the Speaker of Parliament. Into way any idea a free the Supreme Court of the land Yewra Kenneth Kranche say o seek for interpretation for article and to hear na yi na the basis no dodo na no article 68 no of the Constitution from clause 2 sa basic clause 10. So yan chechire mu ye pa because nay ye tuanika as former president of Ghana a monument bia waje the workers nyina age say wasa ko take up another office as the flag bearer of the NDC. Eya sa office no wode na mamonone edin soliciting for funds for the campaign. Omo di different accounts, Zenith Bank, bankway accounts atutu dwanko 40 years katum. Omo sa akra ye yibi ma mobile money ne di and said that so ono akasa ne di John Dramani mam. Eya sa ska nyina ne ho na eba. Eya wode finance the campaign. Enti no Supreme Court emma mu chechire mu ye because parliamentary approval no ye nyina ye to oman mu onhunu da for President John Dramani Mahama abawra Ghana mrashe badwam so okosiki for approval with respect to said there on the face of the article of the Constitution eka enti no osre the highest court of the land, which is the Supreme Court, say omonfa sa interpretation si enyina amra. Interesting times ahead because some way na to Ghana for bebrebo now we hear say who is going to bail the cats. Now Kenneth Kranche, the editor-in-chief of the Daily Searchlight newspaper, ako Supreme Court, wakwaje mako file na nensanso aka the suitor. Ene enam kwanso oko serve the former President John Dramani Mahama and John Ajikun Kufuor, odibi koma the Attorney General, odibi koma the Speaker of Parliament. Inti yere animu, this is going to be a very interesting case and a landmark case for this country Ghana. Yere animu, die besi bia no, ye de bebremo the Nsem-Pii TV platform. Yakram.